Hi, this is Granny Dot, and I have a special book to read to you today. It is in honor of the birth of my very first great grandchild, Oliver. Here we go. The book is called Oliver's Red Toboggan. It's written by, let me see if I can get this name right. It's written by Paul Cortepeter, something like that. Or Cor Temperature. Maybe that's it. Anyway, here we go. All through the night, the snow came down in great gusts. The creatures of Holly Pond Hill climbed under their blankets early and woke the next morning to a world as white as a wedding cake. Oh, please, 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 let there be no school today, Oliver Boxwood shouted, jumping up and down. This is a snow down your neck day, a play till your toes are froze day. I'll finally get to try out my new red toboggan on Windy Hill. Oh, will you let me try it too? Asked his sister. Of course, said Oliver. Well, I'll think about it anyway. A bird fluttered down a bird fluttered down on the sill and tapped at the window. It was the morning news and mail bird. She sang, bring skis, bring sleds, it's time to play. School has been canceled for the day. Hooray! Yelled the two bunnies. They scrambled out of their pajamas and pulled on boots and coats and mittens. Half a twinkling later, they were standing outside, breathing white clouds of frosty air. To Windy Hill, Emily shouted, and off they ran. On the way, Oliver chattered excitedly about his brand new toboggan. My toboggan will be the fastest ever seen, he boasted. They dashed past a treehouse with its door ripped off and climbed over a huge fallen branch. But Emily and Oliver did not notice the damage the storm had brought. They were too eager to go sledding. When they got to Windy Hill, it was already zipping with sleds and skiers. I'll go down the first time, Oliver said, since it's my toboggan. I'll go next time, said Emily. She watched Oliver flop on his belly and zing down the hill. She couldn't wait to try it. Oh, that was great, said Oliver as he trudged up the hill. I want to go down again. After all, I've only used my new red toboggan once. Oh, okay, said Emily, rubbing her paws together to keep them warm. But hurry up! She watched enviously as he spun and slid down the slope, hooting with laughter. Emily was very cross, and her toes and whiskers felt frozen by the time Oliver reappeared. It's my turn now, Oliver, she said, but before she could grab the toboggan cord, Oliver scooted to the edge of the slope and went flying downhill again. You've been a beast to go down 3 times in a row, she shouted at him when he came into view. Well, if you're going to call me names, Oliver said, I won't let you use my toboggan at all. And with that, he sat down on the toboggan and sped away again. Emily stumped off in the other direction. Excuse me. All morning long, Oliver had a wonderful time. The snow was soft and sparkly, and he knew he was the fastest bunny on the hill. Look at me! Look at me! He cried. When Oliver began to feel hungry, he headed for home, whistling as he went. But suddenly he came upon a splendid castle made of snow. At the top of the castle, Emily was standing guard. Wow, Emily, Oliver said. Your castle is grandificent. It is, isn't it? She proudly replied. Mind if I come in? As a matter of fact, said Emily, I do mind. I'll let you play with my toboggan. No, thank you, Emily yawned. Oliver sat down in front of the castle. Well, I'm not leaving till you let me in, he said, but suddenly he was pelted with snowballs. I have plenty more ammunition where that came from, Emily warned. Blobs of snow stuck to Oliver's ears, drooped from his whiskers, and dripped down his back. Oliver shivered. Then he ran all the way home. I'll never let her use my toboggan. Not ever, he muttered. Back at Boxwood Meadows, Emily and Oliver ate their lunch without saying a word to each other. Goodness, exclaimed their mother. You'd think you were having your teeth pulled instead of getting a day off from school. What's the matter? The whole story tumbled out, with Emily telling her side and Oliver telling his side, and both of them talking over each other. Don't you remember that little rhyme I used to say to you two when you were very small? Asked Mama Victoria gently. Shabby is a special pleasure. Share, share alike. Giving makes for twice the treasure. Share and share alike. Never, cried Emily and Oliver. Never. They made faces at each other. After lunch, they hurried outside. Emily marched in the direction of her castle, and Oliver piled snowballs high on his toboggan. Let's see how she likes being smacked with snow, he whispered to himself. When his toboggan was full, he pulled it to a hiding place behind a tree. Oliver watched as Emily crouched down to examine a trail of tiny paw prints in the snow. The prints led right into her castle. Who's there? She called, sounding a little nervous. And several small furry heads popped out of the window, and three figures appeared in the doorway. Emily stepped back in surprise. It was the squirrel family who lived near Windy Hill. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. Hello, Mrs. Squirrel. Hello, babies, Oliver heard Emily say. Do you mind if we stay here tonight? Mr. Squirrel asked. The storm has badly damaged our tree house. It tore our front door off its hinges, and it's not safe for our little ones to stay there. If we line your wonderful castle with leaves, we'll be cozy until we can find a new door. We won't stay long, Mrs. Squirrel promised. Emily took a deep breath and patted the wall of her castle. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, she said. Oliver caught up with Emily as she trudged home. That was really nice of you, Emily sighed. But now I don't have a castle or a toboggan. I guess if you can share your castle, I can share my toboggan, said Oliver. He gave his sister a friendly poke in the arm. I have a really good idea. Oliver whispered his plan in Emily's ear. She grinned. That's a lovely idea, Oliver. And with a happy laugh, the Boxwood children grabbed the toboggan cord and ran off to carry out Oliver's plan. Before long, Oliver and Emily had fixed the broken door on the squirrel's house. As they waved goodbye to their grateful friends, Oliver said, Mama was right, Emily. It is more fun to share. Okay, I hope you remember this story many, many times when you have to think about, I share this. Okay. Have a great winter time with lots of fun in the snow when it comes. Or maybe you already have it.